Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel No Filter Global. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most famous stories in American history. It's a story you probably heard in school or maybe at the Thanksgiving dinner table. It goes like this. When America was being born, the founding fathers had to choose a national bird. We ended up with the bald eagle. But the story says that Benjamin Franklin, one of the most famous Americans ever, hated the eagle. It claims he fought hard to make the turkey the national symbol instead. It's a funny image to think about. Imagine a big, wobbly turkey on the dollar bill instead of the majestic eagle. Imagine the president standing behind a podium with a gobbling turkey on the official seal. It makes Ben Franklin seem a little crazy. But is this story actually true? Did he really stand up in Congress and propose the turkey? The answer is complicated, and it's actually more interesting than just a yes or no. Today, we are going to look at the real facts to find out if Ben Franklin really wanted us to be the United States of the turkey. To understand this story, we have to go back to 1776. The United States had just declared independence from Great Britain. The new country needed official symbols. They needed a great seal. A seal is like an official logo that goes on important government papers to show they are real. The Congress chose three very smart men to design this seal: Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Benjamin Franklin. This was the moment for Franklin to suggest a bird if he wanted to. So, what did he suggest? He didn't suggest a turkey. He didn't suggest an eagle either. Ben Franklin actually proposed a dramatic scene from the Bible. He wanted a picture of Moses parting the Red Sea, showing the Egyptian army drowning. He thought this showed how America was escaping from a tyrant king, just like in the Bible story. The other two guys had different ideas. Jefferson wanted a picture of the children of Israel in the wilderness. Adams wanted a picture of Hercules. As you can see, none of them were thinking about birds yet. The committee couldn't agree on a final design, so they reported back to Congress, and nothing happened for a while. The search for a national symbol took a long time. It actually took 6 years and 3 different committees to finally decide. Ben Franklin was only on that very first committee. He wasn't involved in the later decisions because he was away in France working as a diplomat for America. Finally, in 1782, Congress gave the job to a man named Charles Thomson. He looked at all the old ideas and decided to start fresh. Thomson is the one who really pushed for the American bald eagle. He liked the eagle because people have used it as a symbol of power and authority for thousands of years, going back to the Roman Empire. Thomson felt the eagle represented strength and freedom. He designed the seal we know today. It has the eagle in the center, holding olive branches for peace in one claw and arrows for war in the other claw. Congress loved it. On June 20, 1782, they officially adopted the bald eagle as the central figure of the Great Seal of the United States. The decision was made, and Franklin had nothing to do with picking the bird. So, if Franklin wasn't involved in picking the eagle, and he didn't suggest the turkey to the committee, where does this famous legend come from? It all comes from just one letter. It was not a public speech. It was not an article in a newspaper. It was a private letter Ben Franklin wrote to his daughter, Sarah Back, on January 26, 1784. This is really important. He wrote this letter almost 2 years after the eagle had already been chosen as the national bird. Franklin was living in Paris when he wrote it. He had just seen a new medal designed for a group called the Society of the Cincinnati. This was a club for officers who fought in the Revolutionary War. Their new medal was supposed to have a bald eagle on it, but the drawing was not very good. Franklin thought the eagle on the medal looked skinny and strange. He thought it looked more like a turkey. Seeing that badly drawn bird made Franklin start complaining, and that is what gave birth to the legend. In the letter to his daughter, Franklin really insulted the bald eagle. He used very strong words. He wrote that he wished the eagle had not been chosen as the symbol of the country. He said the eagle is a bird of bad moral character. What did he mean by that? Franklin explained that the bald eagle is lazy. He observed that the eagle doesn't fish for itself. Instead, it sits in a tree by the river and watches a smaller hawk do all the hard work of catching a fish. Then, when the hawk has a fish, the eagle swoops down and steals it. Franklin thought this was like robbery. He didn't want America to be represented by a bird that was a thief and too lazy to work for its own food. He also mentioned that smaller birds, like little kingbirds, can easily chase an eagle away. He thought the eagle was a coward. After insulting the eagle, Franklin transitioned to talking about the turkey. Remember, he only brought this up because the bad drawing on the medal looked like a turkey to him. He wrote to his daughter that the turkey is a much more respectable bird. He admitted the turkey was a little vain and silly, but he said the turkey was a true original native of America. Eagles are found all over the world, but the wild turkey was unique to North America. More importantly, Franklin liked the turkey's personality. He called it a bird of courage. He said a turkey would not hesitate to attack a British soldier who invaded its farmyard. In Franklin's mind, the eagle was a thieving coward, but the turkey was a brave, honest, American bird that would defend its home. So, here is the final verdict on the myth. Did Benjamin Franklin propose the turkey as the national bird? No, he never did that officially. The eagle was chosen while Franklin was out of the country. However, did he hate the eagle and prefer the turkey? Yes, absolutely. But he only expressed this in a private, grumpy letter to his daughter years later. He was using the birds to make a point about morals, preferring honesty and hard work over laziness and theft. He was probably also just making a joke with his family. We ended up with the eagle, and it has become a great symbol for the country. But every Thanksgiving, we can remember Ben Franklin and his love for the brave, silly American turkey. Thanks for watching.